Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Saturday. It's been a little bit since I made a video. Have family come visit. Had to prep for it and stuff, so my apologies. I wanted to tell you today how I'm going to try to make a self-heating IBC tote, also known as a thermosiphon, using the power of solar or the sun itself to heat a tube full of water for use later. So, this is what I got going on. I think it's going to work out pretty simplistically. We have an adapter that's 2-inch threaded here, slit fit here to connect to a fine thread. This right here is a 3/4 inch spigot. You see it's known as a hose bib, I call it a spigot, whatever. And it has fine thread right here, and this is standard male garden hose thread, which is also 3/4. So 3/4 garden hose, 3/4 fine. I also had to use this goop stuff here, which is PVC cement. That's the purple or the blue color you see right here. This is going to install to the tote where the water comes out. I'm going to have this hose bib here. I'm then going to have a splitter, a quick couple adapter that's going to install on this side of the splitter. Then I'm going to install this hose right here. It's 5-inch diameter drip tubing. It's going to go right here. This entire coil, it's 500 feet long, is going to be unrolled and just kind of like set in circles like this. You know, I'm just going to take the roll and just spread it out like a slinky. There's going to be 20 feet or so that's left over, and I'm going to take that off the ground, go up the tote, and inside the tote. How a thermosiphon basically works is heat rises, and there's cold water in my tote, okay? So I'm going to hook up to the tote. Cold water is going to be heavier, so it's going to be at the bottom of the tote where the valve is. It's going to go through all the black tubing. The sun is going to heat up the tubing, and since cold falls to the bottom and heat rises, the whip of tubing that goes up and into the tote is going to act as, I guess you could say, the hot water in for the tote. So as the water travels through this giant coil of black tubing, it will heat up and actually push itself all the way up and into the tote. And then it's going to continue to do that and continue to heat up the water and heat up the water until it equalizes with whatever temperature's outside. That's my goal. We'll see how it gets pulled off. An hour later for me, and 5 seconds after getting Bianca up, we're on track. Oh my gosh, this stuff is a nightmare to deal with in this length. We're almost there. Hey, it's working. Perfect, and you're headed the other direction. That's perfect. Back to the totes.
Yeah, I figured you didn't want the truck running over it.
No, I'd prefer it not to be in the driveway area. Alright, hang on, it's starting to fall forward, which is going to kink it. It needs to all lay down. Ah!
Start doing that.
Alright. Now, we're going to turn the water on. Let's, hang on, let's put it on the ground and then turn it on, let the water push everything out, and then cap it off and put the water back there. It's running away! Okay, just a note, this was leaking. Thought it would be okay, it's a pretty tight thread, but Teflon tape now. I got some thick stuff, it's for heavy duty Teflon tape. Never seen that before. Gonna put it here, wrap the direction of the threading so it don't loosen itself when I put it on there. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Teflon tape installed. We are now playing the waiting game. The water's like right there. Waiting for it to come out the end. As soon as it does, put our thumb over it, run the lead all the way back to the totes, drop it in the tank, let go of the end, and the siphon will have been created. That's the goal.
Good luck.
Don't need luck, it's physics. Come on. It's taking a lot longer than I expected for this water to get here. Maybe I should have hooked up a pump.
What is it? Watch water never boil?
Watch pot never boils?
Never boils?
Yeah. A watched hose never turns on.
Yep.
Annoying. It's come to extreme measures, people. Extreme measures. What was that?
The water is here.
Okay. How's it taste?
Like water?
That's good. Not like vinegar?
Maybe.
That's weird that it stopped. It should just be flowing out. There you go.
No, it's because there's air bubbles.
Okay, here we go. The air bubbles are now going to be...
Hopefully that's enough to get the air bubbles out.
I don't even see any water coming out anymore.
Yeah.
Dang it. Alright, so it's been another really long time. We've been sitting here sucking on this hose, getting water out, but there's just too many air bubbles. Way too many to move through all these coils, at least in the patience we have. So I rolled the tractor over here. I have my irrigation pump that I use for the field, and I'm going to power it in, and it's just basically going to sit here pumping all the air out and just splurt all the water wherever, and I'm going to kill this, and then hopefully all the air will be gone, and I can lower this to the ground, and it should be full pressure. That's my goal. We'll see how it goes. That sounds like a lot of air to me, and I think it's getting sucked in right here, so I got to tighten this all the way. Dang, okay, you know, listen to this. This fitting's loose right here in this connection. It rocks forward. There. Come on, get that air out. Whoa. There we go! Look at all that air. Hey, it kind of worked a little bit. It pulled enough air out to where it can at least have a flow of water. More bubbles continue to burp out, so I'm getting somewhere. That's good. When it's a solid stream, we should have no more air. Getting there. You can do it, pump, you can do it. Longer spurts between glugs. That's how you know it's working. I had to go get some buckets to catch this water because I just can't waste it all. It's killing me. So when this is totally empty of air, this should shoot like 4 feet this direction. We're getting there. You know, it started with a glug here, and then it started getting longer and longer, so we're pulling more and more air out of the system. It's able to build more pressure. Eventually, there will be 0 air in the system, and it will be able to draw equally and just have a huge line of water. That's when I'll know that it's safe to stop it. It's getting there. Oh! Wow, this is really hot water too. That's awesome. I need to go get a thermometer. My thermosiphon's working. There's not one drip of cold water here. The temperature out of the tote's like 50 degrees, and this is, oh man, I could take a shower in this right now. It's probably like a great 100 or 90 something degrees. Awesome. Success! It's a full diameter of water coming out of the hose. I'm going to kink it off now and drop it in the tote. Go from there. Right, so thumb over the thing, lid threaded through it. Now we're going to walk this coil all the way back to the tote here.
Can you help me over there so it doesn't kink?
Yeah. So I'm going to try to kind of guide these coils this direction. Yeah. Alright. This is one of the biggest hassles ever. I understand why people just use straight line now and just run it back and forth. So, got all the air bubbles out. We got the water. Ran up to the tote. We had the hose plugged with our thumb until we plunged it underneath the top surface of the water. And then we let go. So, what should be happening is heat rises, the sun bakes all of this water, and it pushes the heat up. The heat then gets returned here. The water separates, also known as stratifies. Hot on top, cold on the bottom. Cold sinks, hot rises. Then it will continue this until it reaches equilibrium and equals out and can no longer heat anymore. So now what I'm going to do is I have a little bowl and a thermal gun, and I'm going to take a current temperature of the water, and then I'm going to take it later on and see what happens. My hope is that with time, this will rise in temperature, okay? So let's give it a try here. I have the spigot. Pretty cold, I can feel it, so. Okay, there we go. 59 degrees. I don't know where the focus point is, but it's 59.5 degrees, okay? Now, if I go in, I don't know if this is going to work. If I shoot in here, taking the surface temperature, it's 71 degrees. So that means that the top of the water is hotter than the bottom. So there's near 15 or 20 degree difference between the two. Alright, now I just need to wait hours and see if those two temperatures change at all. Let's hope, huh? Alright, so last part of the test here, the sun's gonna go down soon. I don't know how, but I broke this thing. It's only giving me like comparative temperature. So it says that's 5.9 degrees. It's talking about difference. I don't know how to clear the memory anyways. So, have to rely on the old school test of, is it warm or is it cold? Yeah. It's not warm, but it's not freezing either. And I did it way late in the afternoon, so I'm hoping that tomorrow... Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Wow, it started to get slightly warm. Alright. I'm calling this thermosiphon a success for now. It raised the temperature quite a bit of the water. Not as much as I'd hoped. However, my line's currently overlapping on itself quite a bit. And it's not like in a long straight line. And also, I put it in about with half of the day's sun left. We'll leave it today, see how it does tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and close off the thermosiphon valve, which is right here, so it doesn't reverse. And that's it for today, I think. Pretty much a success. The second part of my attack plan here to keep this water a little warmer is going to be spray painting this plastic with exterior flat paint. It'll help keep the algae down, like someone had mentioned before, and also it will help this tank absorb a lot more heat. So that's it. Alright. Not a bad test. I'm hoping that eventually, as we get more sun and the summer really ramps up, this will be able to keep this tote nice and warm pretty much on a daily basis. Then we can just, if we wanted to, hook up a hose shower head or whatever, have an insta outdoor shower. Not bad.